off to Tesco because I'm going to buy my new suitcase because I'm going on holiday on Friday. And I have suitcases, but they are bright pink and I don't know where they are. Probably at the attic, and there's probably big spiders living up there. So I'm now going to Tesco. Lovely outfit for the day. Well, not for the day, but I'm going to go to Tesco, grab myself the suitcase I want. It's alright. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to vlog a little bit more. I'm going to have to do an extra long one today because I didn't vlog yesterday. Not because I forgot, but because I didn't have time. And I mean, I didn't have time, I was reading. And that is going to be part of my vlog today, is reading. I love reading books. So I'm going to introduce you to some of the books that I'm reading at the moment and something I'm doing that's been called weird by people, but it's fun and it means I get more books out of it. So I'll see you guys later. Whee! Hi everyone. I apologise for not vlogging yesterday. I was kind of busy. I have been reading quite a bit. Now it's the summer holidays, I have 6 weeks off and I can catch up on my reading. And the reasons I'm reading a little bit more is I'm taking part in the Rory Gilmore Reading Challenge. And if you've ever seen the Gilmore Girls, Rory reads all the time. And I mean all the time. In the whole of the series, she read 339 books. And I went through the list. I have only read, well, let me look at my list, 23 of these books. Huh? I know. I feel really uncultured. And so I decided to challenge myself and actually read them. And I've got some books that I've already read, but I'm not going to count them in my reading because I'm going to reread them to count them into my challenge. So I've read them within my challenge. I started this a couple of months ago and the first book I read was The Wizard of Oz and I borrowed it from the school library and I forgot how much I loved that book. You know, when you think of Wizard of Oz you think of Judy Garland and ruby slippers, and I forgot the slippers are actually silver in the book. And you know, you just think, oh yeah, that's that. And so I started with The Wizard of Oz and I told my class teacher at the time, who was the English coordinator, that I was doing this, and she said, oh, it's a wonderful thing. And I showed her the list and she said to me, I haven't even read half of these books. And she's an English coordinator. I think she studied English literature in university. And she was just shocked at how many of these books she hadn't read, and now I'm giving it a go. I think she's actually started it herself, I'm not sure. I hope she has. So I've read like Alice in Wonderland. You know, that is my favourite childhood book. And you know, I'm going to read it again because it's Alice in Wonderland. Plus, I want an Alice in Wonderland tattoo. If you know me, I have a lot of tattoos. I have 7. Yes. And then, you know, the ones I've read, I'm going to read them out to you. Alice in Wonderland, Diary of Anne Frank, Atonement, The Da Vinci Code, Emma, The Fellowship of the Ring, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, Jane Eyre, Of Mice and Men, Wizard of Oz, The Return of the King, Pride and Prejudice, Northanger Abbey, The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, Dorian Gray, which I'm actually reading at the moment. I'm currently reading it, I've never read it before. Little Women, My Sister's Keeper, Sense and Sensibility, Romeo and Juliet, The Lord of the Flies, The Time Traveller's Wife, 1984. And, you know, I was quite shocked that those are the only ones I had read in the whole of the list. And I have some here which I've bought as part of this reading challenge, which I haven't started reading. The only one I've started reading is The Picture of Dorian Gray. And this is dark, man. I've seen the film and Ben Barnes is fine in that film. But, you know, this is a really dark book and it's really hard to get into. And I'm one of those readers who can read multiple books at one time. I'm currently reading the Game of Thrones. That's hard. And all I can picture is the actors in my head because I'm a huge fan of the show. And you know, it's kind of weird that I'm just, you know, I'm reading all these books and some of them I'm quite shocked that I haven't read. So I've got a whole pile here of what I bought, which I may take half of them on holiday to read. A Room with a View. I saw the TV version with Timothy Spall, and that made me fall in love with it. And I went to go and buy it, and I never did. I felt really bad, and it's like a pretty book. So I'm going to try and read it. Hopefully, I'm actually going to take this one on holiday, so I can put that in my holiday pile. I am shocked I've never read this book, Oliver Twist. And when I think of it, I just want to start singing Consider Yourself and, you know, all the songs. And this is so old, it's gone yellow. And I've never ever read it. So I did try and start reading it once, and I found it really difficult. I was about 12 when I started to read this. Shows how old this is. I'm 26 now. Not 25. And I still haven't read it. So that's not me to do. The Scarlet Letter. I've seen the film. See, there's a lot of these. I've seen the film and watched TV show. I've seen the film because Gary Oldman's in it, and he's like my man crush. But you know, I read the back when I bought it, and I was like, oh, this actually sounds really good. I'm gonna have a go. So this is another one that's coming on holiday with me. Now, I am not the best horror person ever. I hate horror films, horror books, but in some of them, I've got two here. There's a couple of Stephen King novels. The Shining. Here's Johnny. You know, that is one of those terrifying films I've ever seen in my life, and now I'm going to have a go at reading the book. We'll see how this goes. I'm not sure if I want to take this one on holiday. I want to be in the safety of my own home when I read it. And the second one that I bought is Carrie. I love this film. I absolutely love it. I know it's a horror film, and I don't do well with horror films, but you know, every girl's an outsider, and Carrie was the biggest outsider of them all. So this one is coming on holiday, and I'm see how it goes. I'll let you know. Now another one, The Great Gatsby. I've had this one for quite a while, and you know, when the new film with Leonardo DiCaprio came out, everyone's like, oh, you've got to read The Great Gatsby. I was like, I've got it, just haven't read it. The 1920s is my favourite era. If I could travel back in time with Doctor Who, I'd make him take me to the 1920s. And you know, this is, you know, I would love to dress like that. You know, go party. Oh yeah, some wicked parties. This isn't coming on holiday with me. So that's that one. Pigs being a wallflower. Everyone I know who's read this says don't watch the film afterwards. It's a bit upsetting. I haven't seen the film actually, and I would like to read the book first before I see the film. I'm one of those persons who doesn't go by what people tell me to do. If they tell me to not read this book, I'll go and read the book. If they tell me not to see a film, I'll see the film. Even if it is rubbish, I will still read it. I want my own opinion. I want to give my own opinion. And so I'm going to have a go at reading this, and then I'll probably see the film afterwards. Hey, it's got the Rocky Horror Picture Show in it. I haven't read the back properly. I love the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Everyone does. That's not coming on to me. Lord of the Flies. I have read this book, but I was in school. My A-level English teacher told us to read this before we read 1984, and I really enjoyed it. This is what Lost is based on, I think, isn't it? Well, parts of Lost is based on the Lord of the Flies. Lord of the Flies, not the Lord of the Flies. It's not Flies. Lord of the Flies. That'd be a good book. So I'm gonna try and read it again. I haven't read it for nearly 12 years now. So I'm gonna give it a go, and I did enjoy this book. So this is gonna come on holiday with me. And the last one is The Picture of Dorian Gray, which I have just done. And sorry, I haven't read that one. I'm just shocked at how many I haven't read, and I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to see if I can do it within 8 years, because it's a very long book and a long list, and some of them are not even, you know, they weren't even in bookshops. I went to W.H. Smith yesterday, to find some of these books, and I was shocked, and I asked the person behind the counter if they could order some of them in, and I asked her for, I can't remember which one it was, and I got the list here. It's a big list, I think it was Reading Lolita in Tehran, a memoir in books, and I feel like if you work in a bookshop you should know about books, and that is one I've wanted to read in a long time and just never been able to get it. And this girl just looked at me and went, don't think we got it in. I thought, oh my gosh, be cultured, you uncultured swine. And, you know, it's just shocking that, you know, some of these people who work in a bookshop don't read. I want a Waterstones here because I know that a lot of people in Waterstones have read books. You know, I don't think this girl ever picked up a book in her life. Not even a child's book. And it's just... I felt disgusted. But, anyway, that is my challenge for today. Is to get on with my reading. And I have finally bought a suitcase. I am going on holiday on Friday. I have got a suitcase, and now I've bought a suitcase. It's blue and it's got 4 wheels, so I can twist it every way I want. And I've got to start packing now. I don't want to. I hate packing. I'm absolutely rubbish at it. And I can't wait to go on holiday, but I'm just hoping people don't play up on this holiday. And if they do, I'm catching the first train home, or I'm going to go find a friend and stay with them. I just hope it goes well, and I can't wait to go, and I just hope these people don't ruin it, because they have been arses at the moment. But apart from that, I'm really excited just to get away from home. You know, I'm home alone at the moment, and I want to be away from home. I love Pembrokeshire, but I love being away from Pembrokeshire because it makes me want to come back. So, anyway, and I hope to see you all soon, because tomorrow I'm going to my friend's house to paint her. And I'm sorry, I said I was going to paint myself, I was going to be a Terminator, but I'm going to paint her tomorrow, and I'm hoping she'll let me film it. So that might be up there, okay? And I'm hoping that's right. I'm doing it over a bottle of wine. So I might paint her before I start drinking. I advise you don't paint while drinking. I don't think it'll go right. I don't want to give it a go. But I cannot wait. So she's going to be my first client, and it's going to be hilarious. So I hope to see you guys tomorrow, and if she actually film it, it'll be up tomorrow night-ish. So thanks very much guys, I'll see you soon. Bye bye.